Section 41. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The house was a perfect square, about 30 meters on each side. Compared to the other buildings on Turtleback Island, it was huge. He immediately pulled up the Bear Goblin Camp, stats, building, Bear Goblin Camp, level, LVL, function, recruit level 1 Bear Goblins, requirements, 10 gold, 1,000 kilograms food, 1 Bear Goblin Hut, upkeep, 1 gold/month, upgrade cost, 3,000 wood, 3,000 stone, 3,000 clay, 3,000 thatch, 3,000 kilograms food, upgrade time, 1 hour, upgrade effect, recruit level 2 Bear Goblins, greatly increased combat ability. Lu Yun was floored by the recruitment cost. Talk about expensive. The 1,000 kilograms of food was manageable, but 10 gold up front and 1 gold per month. Ouch. Guess the stronger the unit, the bigger the hit on the wallet, and this was highway robbery. Good thing he'd looted a ton of gold from the Goblin tribe raid, otherwise, he couldn't even afford a single Bear Goblin, let alone an army of them, and each Bear Goblin needed a Bear Goblin hut. Those must be the camp support buildings. No hut, no recruit, so, if the Bear Goblin camp got crit, the Bear Goblin hut did too. They were linked, but Lu Yun was oversimplifying. He got the X100 crit. So both exploded together. Other players weren't so lucky. Some folks got the Bear Goblin camp drop, but no Bear Goblin hut, meaning, camp or not, you were SOL. You'd have to shell out serious cash to buy the blueprint from another player, or grind, Goblin tribes, hoping for a drop. Lu Yun checked the Bear Goblin hut, cost, nothing, 200 wood. Easy peasy, he instantly ordered 10 huts built, 10 vacant houses, 10 slots for Bear Goblins, but Lu Yun wasn't recruiting yet. Same as before, max out the building to level 10 first, then grab the level 10 Bear Goblins. A little fountain of life, and BAM. Real elite status. They'd make those chumps on Goblin Island look like toddlers. Half an hour later, all the iron ore was unloaded into the warehouse. 20,000 kilograms sounded like a lot, but ore was dense. It didn't take up much space, of course. After AX100 crit, it was over 2 million kg, that should net him around 1 million kilograms of pure iron. Easy, iron ore was pretty rich in the stuff. High quality ore was over 50% iron, that's why iron wasn't as valuable as copper. Scarcity. But iron made way better weapons than bronze, hence, the Iron Age and the Bronze Age went the way of the dodo, iron legions against bronze legions. It was like taking candy from a baby. With the ore hauled in, Goblin Island was tapped out. While the crew worked, Lu Yun had them gather a mountain of grass for the rabbits. He slapped together another, simple animal pen, to keep the dozen bunnies fenced in. Since rabbits were living creatures, they didn't crit when they arrived on the island, but dead rabbits? Rabbit meat? Critical hit. Meaning Lu Yun only had to feed a dozen rabbits, but he'd end up with thousands of rabbit meals. Talk about saving on rabbit chow. Lu Yun fired up the tortoise and set sail again. The black tortoise slid into the water, heading east at full speed. Lu Yun unfurled the nautical chart, studying it closely. The map scale was 1 centimeter equals 3,000 nautical miles. His current location was 30+ cm from the mainland, almost 100,000 nautical miles. Holy crap, Lu Yun yelped. That was insane. At 50 knots, he wouldn't get there for 20 days. The black tortoise needed its beauty sleep. Non-stop travel was out, maybe 1,000 knots a day, tops. He'd need 100 days to reach the mainland in the newbie area. Time crunch. Crap, what now? Second update for today, 0060 Kai special ability, Sea Whirlpool, 10th day, dusk, fresh from cleaning out the Goblin Island. Lu Yun had been driving the black tortoise on the sea for several hours. He soaked in the fountain of life, looking bummed, staring at the parchment chart. He couldn't help but sigh. At his current pace, the map showed he wasn't going to make it to the mainland at the end of the sea. Not even close. Seeing his long face, Tsai asked, concerned, brother, what's wrong? You look sad. Lu Yun grabbed the chart and pointed at it for Tsai. I need to reach that mainland in 20 days, but we're not making good time. It's 100,000 nautical miles, and at full speed, it'll take over 100 days to get there. Sai looked up, determined. Brother, do you want to go to Fairy Continent? Lu Yun tilted his head. That's what it's called, Sai nodded. Yes. Lu Yun said, yeah, I want to check it out. See if there are any cool surprises. Sai cocked her head, thought for a second, and then said, brother, if you really want to go to Fairy Continent, I can help. Lu Yun snapped to attention. You can. How? Sai said, brother, I'm really sensitive to the sea's rhythm. I can feel every wave. Okay, and? Lu Yun waited for her to continue. Sai explained, in the sea, there are sometimes these crazy whirlpools. They pop up and disappear, all over the place. They suck in whatever's nearby and spit it out somewhere else in the sea. They can send people thousands and thousands of miles in the blink of an eye. So, if you find one, with some luck, you could end up right near Fairy Continent. Maybe. Lu Yun was stunned. What? Was there a freakin' teleportation system in the Black Turtle realm? That was awesome. He blurted out, where? Where are these things? How do I find one? Sai said, even though these whirlpools are huge, they're almost impossible to find if you just search around blindly. But I can sense them. If one pops up, I know. Brother, head northeast. About 120 nautical miles out, there's a whirlpool stirring up the water. Lu Yun's face lit up. Seriously? This was almost too good to be true. Section 42. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Was that a whirlpool she mentioned, just 120 nautical miles away? That's too weird to be a coincidence. He was stoked. You're a lifesaver. I owe you one, sis. Sai beamed, giggling for no reason. She was over the moon. Lu Yun was thrilled. He hadn't realized Sai was his good luck charm. Her ability is seriously awesome. Sai couldn't help but pipe up, hey, big brother, those whirlpools don't hang around for long, usually just a day max. You gotta get there quick. Otherwise, if it vanishes, we're sunk. Got it. Lu Yun nodded firmly, steered the giant black turtle, adjusted course, and made for the spot Sai pointed out. A little over 2 hours later, under a star-studded sky, the surrounding sea was noticeably choppier. Even Lu Yun could sense that the massive whirlpool had to be close. During the rush, Lu Yun had also prepped for the crossing, making sure to batten down the hatches. He sealed up all the buildings and warehouses to minimize damage once they hit the spin cycle. Luckily, even though the buildings on the turtle's back weren't anchored, they were rock solid. Even if the turtle did a barrel roll, those buildings wouldn't budge. It's like they were bolted to the shell. The water surged faster and faster, the wind whipped up, the entire ocean seemed to be getting sucked towards something, creating a crazy current. The flow was so intense, the turtle didn't even need to swim. It was getting pulled along for the ride. Lu Yun, seeing the sky swirl and the clouds change color, said with a nervous edge, Sai, that whirlpool you mentioned must be right ahead. The weather's gone bonkers. Brace yourself, we're about to go for a spin. Sai replied nervously, okay, brother, try to keep the turtle from flipping completely. That way, we don't lose too much. Lu Yun agreed, will do. Now it was like they were going downhill, the ocean itself slanting downward toward the giant vortex in front of them. That's chapter 3 for today. 0061, riding the whirlpool. The behemoth whirlpool was right there, plain as day, massive. Unbelievably massive. The whole shebang, from horizon to horizon, was caught in its pull. Even a creature as huge as the black turtle looked like an ant compared to that watery abyss. What a sight! Lu Yun said, floored. He never imagined a whirlpool could be so mind-blowing, and they were about to plunge right through it. Hey, brother, brace yourself. Sai warned. We're going in. Lu Yun hollered, everyone, get inside. To your rooms, now. The turtle's heading into the whirlpool. If you fall in, nobody's coming to get you. No one can survive that thing. That his crew had gathered near the front of the turtle, gawking at the swirling vortex. Who could blame them? It was a once-in-a-lifetime spectacle, but hearing Lu Yun's warning, they scattered to their quarters, slamming the doors shut. Seeing the turtle's back cleared, Lu Yun held out his arms to Tsai. "Come on, let's get you to my place. It's not safe out here." Tsai snuggled into his arms, letting him carry her princess style. Lu Yun carried Tsai back to the city lord's house, locking the door tight. That whirlpool was too big to mess with. One wrong move, and it was game over. Once inside, Lu Yun said to Tsai, "I had no idea that whirlpool was so huge. It's insane." Tsai grinned. "Well, the thing has to be massive if it can shuttle stuff across oceans." Lu Yun asked, "Do these things just pop up randomly and teleport you somewhere else?" "It's all just potluck, right?" Tsai nodded. "Yeah, I can't control where we end up. If we're unlucky, we might end up even further from the fairy continent." Lu Yun chuckled. "Fingers crossed we get lucky." "Yep." Tsai nodded, crossing her fingers. She then added, "Oh, heads up, the waters around the fairy continent can be pretty dicey. Pirates are everywhere, and the sea monsters are even scarier. So, you might want to be ready for anything." Lu Yun nodded. That lined up with what the system had been hinting at. The further east you go, the more trouble you find. He was expecting this. Patting Tsai's shoulder, he said, "Don't worry, I got this." Lu Yun's got a pretty decent crew on the turtle's back, not exactly unbeatable, but they can hold their own in a scrap. Suddenly, there was a jolt. They both grabbed a pillar to stay upright. Lu Yun guessed, "That must be us hitting the whirlpool." The ride's about to start. Outside, the black turtle was being sucked into the whirlpool's pull. It was no longer moving forward directly, but spinning, spiraling toward the center of the vortex. Compared to that giant whirlpool, with a reach of at least 10 nautical miles, the black turtle was nothing. It was just swirling around and around the center, closer and closer. When the black turtle finally reached the center, it was a huge funnel, devouring everything. The black turtle was sucked down the drain. It was swallowed. From above, the black turtle was gone, as if it never existed. Lu Yun and the others were helpless against this force of nature. All they could do was hunker down and wait. The deeper the black turtle went, the worse the shaking became. Then, water started seeping in. The water inside the house started rising. Then, the lights went out. They were in the dark, just waiting for the light to return. Lu Yun asked nervously, "How long does this last?" Tsai reassured him, "Shouldn't be more than 10 minutes. Hang in there, brother. We'll be fine." Lu Yun trusted her. "Okay, here's update 4 for today. Just 2 more chapters to go to hit 120,000 words and get this thing on the shelves. 0062, Fish Frenzy, big loot in an unknown and vast sea." Roar, a giant turtle roared. A giant turtle emerged from the deep. Lu Yun and the others were bathed in light again. Section 43. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Even though it was nighttime, the moon in the black turtle realm was huge, making everything clearly visible. As the black turtle surfaced, tons of seawater cascaded off its back, and the water level in every house noticeably dropped. Once most of the water had drained away, Lu Yun threw open his door and peered outside, Tsai right behind him. She was strong enough now to move around on land without much trouble. Lu Yun hurried to the edge of the shell and looked down. The massive whirlpool was gone, replaced by a geyser-like spout. Could it be sucking water from one part of the ocean and blasting it out here? He wondered aloud, watching the scene unfold. Roar, the black turtle bellowed happily. Lu Yun glanced over and saw it chowing down on a feast. Countless fish, belly up and lifeless, floated on the surface, easy pickings for the giant turtle. Those fish. Lu Yun understood instantly. These had to be the ones sucked into the whirlpool, knocked senseless in the process. He and Tsai scanned the water from the edge of the shell. The whole area was littered with the pale, floating bodies. Piles of them drifted east and west, a seemingly endless supply. Tons of fish. The black turtle can eat its fill now. Lu Yun exclaimed, excited. He wasn't about to let this fishing opportunity go to waste. He immediately told the turtle to scoop up the fish in its mouth. but not to swallow them. Instead, it would dump them onto its back. That way, they could multiply them 100-fold, way more profitable than just eating them. Just then, Joseph King, the work crew, and the militia all emerged from their rooms, buzzing with curiosity. They couldn't believe their eyes when they saw the mass of dead fish. The black turtle swung its massive head around and opened its mouth above its back. A cascade of fish, big and small, poured out, forming a sizable heap. Then, the duplication magic kicked in, and countless identical fish materialized. Lu Yun checked the total, over 200,000 pounds. Meaning the turtle had snagged over 1,000 pounds in a single gulp. The black turtle, neck extended like a snake, cruised through the water. Mouth agape, it vacuumed up every stunned fish in its path. Then, back onto the shell they went. Gradually, the fish piled up like a mountain. How many thousands of pounds, no one knew. Everyone stared in disbelief. Whoa, so many fish. This is insane. How are we ever gonna eat all this? Fish everywhere. Lu Yun realized the fish wouldn't last long in this heat without preservation. Fresh fish spoils quickly. Then it hit him, smoked fish. That would keep for ages. He picked out a few empty storage sheds to use as smokehouses. Everyone, grab the biggest fish, head to the kitchen, gut M, and butterfly M. Then, get a bonfire going and let's start smoking. He paused, suddenly worried. Wait, the turtle was just submerged. Did the fire go out in the camp? Check the kiln, the smelter, the forge, anywhere fire's used. Joseph King stepped forward. Don't sweat it, master. I kept the fire going. When the black turtle went into the maelstrom, I had a feeling we might lose our flames. So, I saved a pot of embers. We're still good. Lu Yun beamed. Awesome. Joseph King, you think of everything. Joseph King, being the master forger, was always thinking about fire. His craft was impossible without it. Of course he'd be protective of it. Joseph King smiled, pleased. Just doing my job, master. Lu Yun clapped him on the back. You did great. Then he turned to the others. Alright, everyone, grab as many fish as you can handle. There's no way we can process them all. Just do what you can. The black turtle continued to scoop up the fish, and everyone got to work. Lu Yun explained in detail the process of making smoked fish and how it could be preserved for a long time. When the fish on the turtle's back were piled so high it was impossible to ignore, Lu Yun ordered the turtle to stop and start eating the fish. The current data of black turtle is as follows. Black turtle species, basalt turtle. Volume of turtle shell, 350 meters x 310 meters. Sailing speed, 50 knots/hour. Building area, 310 meters x 270 meters. Eating level, 63%. Hunger level, 0%. Evolution degree, 3%. Skill, land and water conversion. Now, it doesn't know how many kilograms of food it needs to eat before its food level is full and it starts to grow. The specific statistics of Lu Yun have not yet been made. One thing is worth mentioning, since it evolved last time, Lu Yun asked the black turtle to drink the water of life again, but the effect seemed to be less obvious. I don't know how much I drank, and now I'm only at 3% evolution level. The degree of evolution is still rising, but it is already very, very slowly. The black turtle ate more than 20,000 kilograms of food. Finally, his food level was full and his body began to grow again. After a few minutes, the body has finished growing and starts eating again. This goes on and on. Lu Yun stood on the back of the black turtle, letting the sea breeze whip around him. He gazed out at the endless ocean, unsure of their location. A wave of melancholy washed over him. Man, I'm kinda homesick, he muttered. He missed Earth, he missed his parents, his family, his friends. After all, he was a time traveler. Looking at the horizon, he sighed. I wonder where we are. Close to the fairy continent? Or miles away? Wherever they were headed, Lu Yun told the turtle to keep going east. Sai found Lu Yun on the back of the turtle, gazing at the sky with a sad look. Section 44. You are listening at novelfull.audio. He couldn't resist leaping over, wrapping his arms around Lu Yun from behind and resting his head against his back. Her voice, soft and sweet, whispered, Brother, are you feeling homesick? You still have me, you know. Lu Yun tensed slightly at the beautiful woman's touch, her voice was gentle and lovely, the feeling of her arms around him warm and comforting, the melancholy in his soul began to fade, he said softly, you're so sweet. Tsai hugged him tighter. You too, brother, she said seriously, then, with concern, she asked, are you a little down because you don't know what part of the ocean we're in? Lu Yun managed a wry smile. You noticed, huh? Tsai quickly reassured him, that's just how the sea is. When I was wandering around, I'd get that way too, so I totally get how you're feeling. Touched, Lu Yun pulled Tsai around to face him, drawing her into his arms, he reached out and gently stroked her cheek. You're so considerate, Her skin was as smooth and soft as jade, a delight to touch. Tsai leaned into his touch, silently enjoying the moment, brother and sister, bathed in the light of the massive full moon, savoring their special time together. Brother, Tsai murmured, I came through that whirlpool, and now I have no idea where we are. Do you regret it? How could I? Lu Yun quickly reassured her. Don't be silly. Even if I had to do it all over again, I'd still choose to travel through time. He meant it. Those whirlpools appear randomly, and they're only around for less than a day. Without Tsai's innate ability to sense fluctuations in the sea, finding such a large whirlpool would have been impossible. After all, the ocean is huge, and the distance you can travel in a single day is nothing by comparison, so, if you went looking for one of these things, you'd probably never find it. You'd have to get lucky and stumble across one by accident. Without Tsai, he wouldn't have had a chance. Her ability is useful and something they can use in the future. Time passed quietly. The giant black turtle continued to devour everything in sight, evolving rapidly. Its stats now looked like this. Black turtle species, basalt turtle. Shell size, 500 meters x 450 meters. Sailing speed, 55 knots. Building area, 450 meters x 400 meters. Eating level, 0%. Hunger level, 0%. Evolution progress, 3%. Skill, land and water conversion, and its back was still piled high with mountains of fish. Suddenly, Tsai's eyes lit up. She exclaimed, brother, I'm sensing a treasure again. This one isn't as potent as the colorful divine spring, but it's something special, definitely worth getting. Lu Yun perked up immediately. Really? Where is it? Tsai pointed due south. Just a few dozen nautical miles that way. Today is the 6th update, with 30,000 flowers added. This is the last update. It will be available tomorrow. I hope that if you see the big guys here, you will make an initial reservation. Remarks on the launch, that one is on the shelves today. Those who can see this are all the destined people of the young author. Everyone knows that the subscription results on the first day of release are very, very, very important. It is related to whether the book will have the opportunity to be promoted by Feilu in the future. It is related to whether the young author can update 20,000 words a day and the motivation to continue coding like crazy. Therefore, even if you don't want to subscribe to the subsequent chapters, please do subscribe for the first chapter. Thank you very much. If the first subscription can reach 500, I will update 10,000 words every day. The first subscription reached 1,000, and I updated 12,000 words every day. The first order reached 1,500, and I wrote 15,000 words every day, updating like crazy. I don't want to go any higher because it's impossible. After all, the collection of this book is very low. Currently, there are only 15,000 people collecting it. If it can reach 1,500 first orders, it will be an extraordinary achievement. It can go against heaven directly. However, it should be impossible to achieve this result. If it can reach more than 500, it is in line with my expectations. Please support an initial order, so that young authors can achieve their dream of 500 first orders. 0064 Black Turtle is greatly strengthened. The night is so beautiful. Tsai is emotional. Please subscribe. Crazy request for subscription. The first order is very important for young authors. Hearing that Tsai sensed another treasure, Lu Yun was instantly energized. If Tsai said she could sense it, it had to be something big. The last colorful divine spring was incredible and very useful. Even if this one was less potent, it would be extraordinary, so, he steered the giant black turtle towards the direction Sai indicated. The turtle's shell now measured a staggering 500 meters long. A truly monstrous size, its back carried nearly 1,000,000 kilograms of fish, enough to fuel its further growth. The turtle swam steadily, eating as it went. After about half an hour, Sai called out, "Okay, brother, the treasure's in this area. Stop the turtle here." Lu Yun looked out at the endless ocean. Could it be on the seabed? He couldn't help but ask, "There's nothing here. Is it underwater?" Sai nodded. "Yep." Lu Yun was speechless. It looked like Sai would have to get it herself. "Brother, I'm going in. You wait here on the turtle's back. I'll be back in 10 minutes or so." All Lu Yun could do was caution, "Be careful." Sai nodded. "I will." Then she reassured him, "Don't worry. I'm a mermaid. I've lived in the sea my whole life. This is just going home. What's to be afraid of?" Lu Yun conceded. "Just go and come back quickly." "Okay." Sai agreed, leaping off the turtle's back. With a splash, she disappeared into the water. Soon, Lu Yun received the visual feed from Sai's perspective. The vast ocean was all around her, water, everywhere. Any creature would feel insignificant in such an environment. In this enormous expanse of water, Sai continued to descend, deeper and deeper. The sea was so vast. A creature diving into its depths was surrounded by endless water. It was a terrifying sensation. Watching through Sai's eyes, Lu Yun felt a surge of fear of the deep sea. He couldn't help but think that Sai was incredibly brave. She might be used to this sort of thing, but swimming into the dark depths of the ocean without hesitation, that was bravery. Sai kept swimming towards the bottom. Section 45. You are listening at novelfull.audio. I wasn't sure how deep it was down there. Lu Yun guessed it had to be at least a mile or two. The water was crazy deep. Finally, a crystal light shone from the seabed, outlining the beach below. That was Tsai's special vision, letting her see clearly even in the inky blackness. She swam along the bottom for a bit, then stopped. Then, she just started digging. The water around her churned into a cloudy mess. Luckily, the sand wasn't too compact, and her current strength was off the charts. She managed to dig a pretty big pit, a few feet deep. She kept digging, and then something amazing appeared. Red, glowing fruits caught Tsai's eye. Then Lu Yun saw them too. He figured these had to be the treasures Tsai was talking about. But she kept digging. More and more red fruits came into view. He figured there were at least 20 or 30. Tsai kept digging deeper, until she uncovered pearl-like beads, about the size of ping-pong balls. She reached out and grabbed them. 1, 2, 3, 7 in total. After gathering the supersized pearls, she scooped up the glowing fruits. With her haul complete, Tsai turned and rocketed towards the surface. She shot upwards like a fish out of water. About a minute later, pop, Tsai burst through the surface. Lu Yun was thrilled. No accidents, everyone safe. That was all that mattered. He hurried over to the edge of the shell to greet her. Tsai climbed onto the shell using the giant turtle's flippers, clutching her treasures. She beamed at Lu Yun. Her smile was so sweet it got to him. He rushed to her, hugged her tight, and whispered, "You worked so hard, E." She giggled. "It's nothing, big brother. Anything for you." He was touched. "You silly girl." Tsai excitedly explained. "Big brother, you won't believe what I found. 2 types of treasure, both perfect for boosting Xian Gui." Lu Yun asked, "Oh yeah? How do they do that?" Tsai said, "First, there are these black turtle energy pearls, 7 of them. Back in my mermaid village, I heard that they do amazing things for black turtles. They give them all sorts of incredible abilities." Lu Yun was amazed. Energy for Xian Gui? New abilities? Tsai continued, "The other thing is, well, I found it by accident. It's a fruit, probably created because of all the energy radiating from the pearls. They caused these fruits to grow nearby. They're called strong fin fruits, and they're great for black turtles. They strengthen the fins of any aquatic animal. It even works on the flipper-like limbs of black turtles." Lu Yun was thrilled. "Wait, those glowing red fruits you're holding are strong fin fruits?" Tsai nodded. Yep. Lu Yun exclaimed, that's amazing, This will seriously boost Xian Gui's speed. He'd heard about strong fin fruits in the chat room before. They were supposed to be the best thing for enhancing black turtles, super rare. People were practically begging for them, offering huge sums, but they hardly ever popped up on the market. Everyone wanted them to speed up their black turtle. If you found one, you'd feed it to your own pet. Plus, they were just so hard to find. They mostly grew in deep water. Most people couldn't dive deep enough to find them, and even if they did, spotting them in the dark depths was next to impossible, but Tsai had found 30. That was an insane amount. Normally, a single plant might only produce 5 or 6 fruits. Most people only found 2 or 3 at a time, tops. It probably had something to do with the energy pearls below. The pearls had nourished the fruit plant, causing it to produce so many. Lu Yun carried Tsai back to Xian Gui's shell and took the fruits one by one, then he dumped them all on the shell. Instantly, the fruits started to multiply. 70, 140, 280, 770, 1435, finally, they stopped at 3,500. Lu Yun stared at the glowing pile, speechless. Whoa. So many rare strong fin fruits, anyone would be so jealous, right? These things were super valuable. And he had 3,500 of them. Strong fin fruits were known for boosting swimming speed. With this many, how much faster could Xian Gui get? He couldn't wait to find out. Of course, they weren't just for black turtles. They could boost any aquatic creature with fins. Lu Yun told Xian Gui to start eating them, but he told it to go slow, bit by bit. He was worried it might try to swallow them all at once and not get the full effect. Actually, he was overthinking it. He was forgetting how enormous the black turtle had become. For Xian Gui, 3,500 fruits were just a snack. Of course it would digest them all. But Xian Gui couldn't talk. So it obeyed its master and only ate a few at a time. At this point, Xian Gui had eaten almost all the fish on its back. It had grown several sizes again. The remaining fish were processed by the crew. They smoked about 100,000 kilograms of fish, which was awesome. At least the smoked fish would keep for a while. Here's Xian Gui's current status. Black turtle species. Basalt turtle. Shell volume. 550 meters x 500 meters. Sailing speed. 54 knots/hour. Building area. 500 meters x 450 meters. Feeding rate. 25%. Hunger rate. 0%. Evolution rate, 3%. Section 46. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Skill, land and water conversion. The black turtle used to hit 55 knots. After a few growth spurts, it's gotten way bigger, which unfortunately knocked the speed down a knot. Lu Yun was surprised. Hold on, so the bigger it gets, the slower it'll be. That's not ideal. That looks like the black turtle's got a speed limit under normal circumstances, but honestly, Lu Yun was just being greedy. Even a Danish aircraft carrier maxes out at 30 knots. His black turtle is way bigger and already clocks over 50. What more could he want? The bigger the turtle, the more drag it's gonna face. Bumping up the speed is gonna be tough. I wonder how much faster it'll get after munching down these 3,500 strong fin fruits. Lu Yun wondered, stoked to find out. Your black turtle, after chowing down on strong fin fruit, is rapidly strengthening its flippers. Speed +1, sweet. Your black turtle eats the strong fin fruit, and its 4 flippers are rapidly strengthened. Its speed is +1. Your black turtle eats the strong fin fruit, its 4 flippers are rapidly strengthened. Speed +1. Your black turtle eats the strong fin fruit, and its 4 flippers are rapidly strengthened, and its speed is +1. Your black turtle has eaten the strong fin fruit, and its 4 flippers are rapidly getting. The beeps kept coming, and the black turtle's speed kept climbing. Lu Yun was pumped. These strong fin fruits are the real deal. The flipper boost is insane. As the black turtle nommed away, Lu Yun started checking out the 7 black turtle internal energy beads Tsai had snagged. These were the real prize. Tsai had her eyes on these babies when she sensed the treasure. The strong fin fruits were just a bonus. Lu Yun tentatively tossed an internal energy bead onto the turtle's shell. Nothing happened. Okay, so the doubling effect only works on resources, not treasures. Makes sense. Lu Yun figured. Someone in the review section asked why the colorful divine spring wasn't doubled to 100. Doubling is for resources only. The colorful divine spring is a treasure. It's pretty clear back in the early chapters. Some people need to pay attention when they read. And these black turtle internal energy beads are also treasures, so no doubling here. Couldn't reply in the reviews, so I'm clearing it up here. Sai was beaming at Lu Yun like a lovesick puppy. She was on cloud 9, as long as Lu Yun was happy, so was she. Seeing him busy with the treasures she found made her feel amazing. Watching Lu Yun tinker with the internal energy beads, she whispered, "Honey, if you feed those 7 beads to your turtle, it'll get a huge power-up." Lu Yun nodded, hyped. "Alright, I'll have it eat them. Let's wait till it's done with the strong fin fruits." Lu Yun grabbed a big handful of strong fin fruits. He asked Sai, "Hey, you've got fins too. Would these work for you? Help you swim faster?" Sai explained, "I mostly use my tail. The fins help a little, but not as much. These would definitely give me a boost, but not like it does for the turtle." Lu Yun immediately shoved the fruit into her hands. "You're eating these? No arguments." Seeing how serious he was, Sai knew he meant well. She giggled, Okay, I'll eat them, Mr. Serious." Sai started munching. They would definitely help her zip around underwater. Finally, Lu Yun had the black turtle gobble down all 7 black turtle internal energy beads. These were tailor-made for the turtle. No other creature would get anything out of them. The black turtle swallowed the ping-pong ball-sized beads in one gulp, then it threw its head back and let out a roar that shook the foundations. "Roher! Your black turtle has ingested 7 black turtle internal energy beads and is assimilating the internal energy. Integration 1%, integration 5%, integration 12%. Integration 25%, until integration reaches 100%. Congratulations! Your black turtle has successfully integrated with the 7 internal energy beads. Its internal energy has increased dramatically. Your black turtle already possesses internal energy. New abilities unlocked, internal energy speed boost. Your black turtle's internal energy is extremely potent. New skills learned, charge light cannon. Your black turtle's internal energy has reached the next level. New skills unlocked, energy shield. Internal energy speed boost, channeling internal energy, the black turtle's speed gets a massive boost. More energy consumed, more speed gained. Continuous use drains a lot of energy. Save it for emergencies. Charge light cannon, build up power in the mouth, then unleash a devastating blast. Energy shield, a sky blue energy field forms around the black turtle, blocking all external attacks and protecting the people and buildings on its back. It's also waterproof. Lu Yun practically jumped for joy when he saw the notifications. This is insane. Point 3 badass new skills. These internal energy beads were worth their weight in gold. The energy shield was a game changer. Once it's up, nothing gets through. Plus, the turtle's back used to be soaked when they went through whirlpools. This thing would take care of that for good. Maybe he could even take the turtle diving. After the strong fin fruits and the internal energy beads, the black turtle's current stats, black turtle species, basalt turtle, shell size, 550 meters x 500 meters, travel speed, 111 knots, build area, 500 meters x 450 meters, feeding rate, 25%, hunger rate, 0%, evolution rate, 3%, skills, land-water conversion, internal energy speed boost, charge light cannon, energy shield. Perfect, Lu Yun shouted, checking out the amped-up black turtle, for incredible skills, a speed of 111 knots, and it's still digesting the strong fin fruits, with more speed boosts to come. This upgrade was off the charts. Lu Yun grabbed Sai and gave her a bear hug. Babe, you're the best. You're such a huge help. Thank you. He planted a kiss on her forehead. Sai was giddy from the praise and affection, she couldn't help herself. She stood on her tail, and kissed Lu Yun on the lips, with everything she had. Lu Yun was stunned, Sai was seriously moved. She cradled his face and kissed him for a long, long time. Finally, she let go. Section 47. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Lu Yun was stunned, his heart pounding, he couldn't believe a girl had taken advantage of him, his first love, gone. I couldn't help it, Sai whispered, embarrassed. It's cool, Lu Yun mumbled, completely bewildered. What else could he say? The night was late, a sea breeze tousled their hair and stirred their feelings. Let's go back inside to sleep. I don't want to stay in the pool tonight. I want to come to your cabin. Okay. Lu Yun agreed, still dazed. 0065 The Elf Queen is born. Author's note, I'm not sure why, but after the first VIP chapter was released, you can read it for free. Please subscribe to the first VIP chapter. It's super important. Don't let a young author lose heart. The next day, the morning of their 11th day in the Black Turtle Realm, warm sunlight streamed onto the soft, comfy bed in the fancy city lord's cabin. A man and a fish, wrapped tightly in each other's arms, slept soundly until morning. Last night had been cozy. Lu Yun, an early riser, gently moved Sai while she was still asleep. After washing up, he went outside. His gaze went straight to the massive mother tree of life at the center of the turtle's back. The tree's life vines had grown incredibly long overnight, almost reaching the ground. Then, a few feet above the ground, the vines crisscrossed and merged. They bunched up, forming a large knot that began to glow. Huh! Lu Yun gasped. Was this a sign the Konoha Elf Queen was about to be born? What would emerge? An elf baby? An elf girl? Or a mature, queenly woman? Lu Yun smiled, catching himself daydreaming. He hurried over to take a closer look. Countless vines hung from the tree's canopy. They were intertwined near the ground, forming a huge vine sphere. Like a giant ball of yarn, the tightly woven ball began to glow, as if about to burst. Josephine came over, asking, Master, what's happening? Why is it glowing? Is this the Elf Queen's birth? Lu Yun nodded, excited. Looks like it. Josephine was amazed. Wow! I can't wait to see what comes out of the mother tree of life. Lu Yun had planted it just over a week ago. He'd watered it regularly with the water of life. It had been well taken care of. Of course he was eager to see what it would produce, hopefully, something powerful, that would boost his black turtle base's strength considerably. Suddenly, the vine sphere's glow intensified. A crack, the vine ball split open. Green slime oozed out, and a girl-like figure tumbled out, covered in a film. It was hard to make out details, but she looked tall, definitely not a child. Lu Yun realized something. Josephine shouldn't see this. He quickly shooed him away. Josephine, go on. Josephine, never thinking of women in that way, just wanted to see what the tree would make. He reluctantly muttered, but master, I want to watch. Lu Yun snapped, you're too big, get out of here. Ignoring Josephine, he grabbed the white film and the girl wrapped inside, taking them to his city lord's cabin. As he left, he ordered, Josephine, have the craftsman build a stone wall around the tree of life. Use standard square stones. Surround the whole tree. The fence needs to be about 6 feet high with bronze metal gates. Nobody goes inside without my permission. Josephine, seeing his master's protectiveness, understood immediately. He smacked his head. Duh! I almost exposed master's girl. He hurried to follow Lu Yun's orders. At the same time, he wondered what kind of bronze gate to design. Lu Yun placed the newborn girl on a mat in his cabin's outer room. He grabbed a simple cloth dress for her. It was the best he had. It had been built into the city lord's cabin. Otherwise, he wouldn't have any clothes at all. He realized he needed to get some decent new clothes soon. Everyone at the Black Turtle base wore simple, rough clothes. It looked cheap, like a refugee camp. He wanted to get some nice clothes and spruce everyone up. Just then, the girl, wrapped in the film, stirred. She started tearing off the film. As she removed it, Lu Yun saw an indescribably beautiful elf girl. She had smooth, white skin, delicate features, and striking pointed ears. She was slender and gorgeous, truly a vision. Lu Yun was speechless. She was stunning. 0066 Master, my name is Naya, please take good care of me, please subscribe. An elf girl with soft blonde hair and small pointed ears emerged from her shell. She looked 17 or 18, not a kid, but not a mature woman either. Her beauty made Lu Yun speechless. He had never seen anyone so stunning. Section 48. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Basically, she was identical to the perfect girl in those EG pictures when she was still on Earth. It was as if such incredible beauty could only exist in your dreams, but here she was, standing right in front of Lu Yun. The grayish-blonde elf girl was lounging on the mat, gazing at the world with rapt attention, blinking her big eyes. She asked, "Who are you? Are you the master?" "I know you are. I can feel it." Overjoyed, she threw her arms around Lu Yun, her long arms wrapped tightly around his neck. Lu Yun was startled by the sudden embrace. He quickly asked, "Why do you think I'm your master?" That he was curious because he hadn't recruited her himself. The previous Joseph King, along with the hard-working crew and technicians, had all been hired by Lu Yun, so it made sense for them to call him master. But this elf girl had been birthed from the mother tree of life. Why did she feel like he was her master too? Lu Yun needed to understand why. The stunning elf girl clung to Lu Yun, not wanting to let go. She happily explained, "Master, I know it's you because you own the black tortoise, right?" "Yes," Lu Yun nodded. "I'm the master of the black tortoise." "But what does that have to do with me being your master?" "Exactly," the elf girl chirped. "The mother tree of life, which gave birth to me, survives by living on the black tortoise. So, if you own the black tortoise, you own the mother tree, right? And if you own the mother tree, then I, who was born from it, belong to you too." Lu Yun realized she had a point. He felt a surge of secret delight. "I guess that makes sense, the way you put it. So, all future Konoha elf girls will automatically see me as their master." The thought was definitely appealing. Imagine being surrounded by a whole group of elf girls. Seeing that Lu Yun accepted her, the elf girl was thrilled. "Master, I felt you even when I was still developing. The mother tree's consciousness told me that you were the one watering it every day with precious water of life. It absorbed so much vitality, it had plenty to spare to create me." She continued excitedly, "Master, the more vitality the mother tree uses to create me, the stronger I become. You poured tons of water of life into the mother tree, making it incredibly vibrant. That's why I was born so extraordinary, a superpowered elf queen of Konoha." Lu Yun was pleasantly surprised. All that water of life had really made a difference. Suddenly, it hit him. "Wait, I haven't even asked your name yet." The elf girl smiled. "Master, my name is Naya. You can call me Yaya, or Naya." "Naya," Lu Yun repeated, approvingly. "That's a great name." The elf girl, Naya, giggled. "Only if Master likes it." "Thank you, Master." Lu Yun felt pretty good about himself. Having such a beautiful elf beauty being so affectionate toward him was a win. "Stand up and let me get a good look at you," Lu Yun instructed. Naya immediately stood up and gracefully walked around in front of him. His first impression? She was tall. Really tall, and bursting with youthful energy. Lu Yun almost got a nosebleed. He gave her a thumbs up. "Naya, you have an amazing figure. Not just amazing, a drop-dead gorgeous figure. Slim, pretty, and those long legs. An incredibly tall and perfect figure. Hee hee," Naya giggled smugly. "All thanks to my master's good care." Lu Yun handed her the clothes he had prepared, simple, rough cloth, and men's clothing at that, but on Naya, with her stunning looks and unparalleled beauty, it didn't look out of place at all. She really was beautiful. She could make anything look good. Just then, the little mermaid, Sai, who had been sleeping in the back room, woke up, drawn by the noise. Unable to walk, she hopped out on her gorgeous, sexy fishtail. She'd heard a girl's voice. As she reached the outer room, she spotted a breathtakingly beautiful woman. This girl is so beautiful, and so refined, she just radiates perfection. Surprised, she exclaimed, "Oh, this sister." Seeing Tsai, Lu Yun quickly introduced them. "Tsai, perfect timing. This is Naya, the elf queen born from the mother tree of life." The stunning elf girl walked over with a warm smile. "Oh, wow. Master, you have a mermaid. You're so cute, mermaid sister. I'm Naya. What's your name?" Tsai suddenly felt self-conscious. After all, she was just a fish, and the other was human, a human who could walk freely on land, just like Lu Yun. She said shyly, "My name is Tsai." "Hello, elf sister." Naya and Lu Yun laughed together. Lu Yun teased them, "You call her sister, and she calls you sister. Which one of you is older?" Naya giggled. "It doesn't matter. I just got here, so I should call Tsai sister." "Sister Tsai, from now on, you can call me Sister Naya." Tsai, a bit embarrassed, tried to act casual. "Oh, okay, Sister Naya." I hope brother Lu Yun doesn't start paying all his attention to Sister Naya now. She's so beautiful, with that tall, perfect figure, and she just shines. She's a real goddess. Well, it's up to you guys if this book can be promoted by Feilu. Everyone needs to subscribe more. .0067 Dragon vs Shark. "Oh, Naya, I haven't asked yet. What are your abilities?" Naya giggled. "Well, master, my main skill is archery. I have a natural sense for shooting. I just naturally hit the mark, aiming right at the weak points. Plus, my arrows can pierce through anything. And I have special talents and skills like arrow rain and meteor shower." Naya seemed to have many skills, but it all boiled down to archery. So, they really are a race of natural marksmen. And Naya, as the Konoha elf queen, is the ultimate sharpshooter. Lu Yun thought. He remembered the sun-destroying dragon bow he had, but its true owner had never really used it. I should give the sun-destroying dragon bow to Naya. She's the only one who can unlock its full potential. Joseph King had used it a few times, but he wasn't the right fit. His specialty was the battle axe. Plus, the sun-destroying dragon bow had a built-in skill, True Dragon's Wrath. Joseph King had never been able to trigger it. If I give it to Naya, a professional archer, she should be able to use the sun-destroying dragon bow's ultimate move, right? With that in mind, Lu Yun said to Naya, "Since your talents are all about archery, I happen to have a pretty amazing bow here. I'll let you have it." "Oh. Really? Thank you, master." Naya replied with a surprised smile. Lu Yun watched her smile, always smiling. What a cheerful girl. "Wait here for a second," Lu Yun told Naya and Tsai, heading off to get the sun-destroying dragon bow. He wanted to see if he could even lift the thing now. He found it quickly and picked it up without a problem. Lu Yun was pleased. His physique had definitely improved significantly. He returned to the two women with the sun-destroying dragon bow. He handed it to Naya and said, "Here it is. Want to give it a try?" Naya took the bow in one hand, and it didn't feel heavy at all. Lu Yun was surprised. This elf girl looked fragile, but she was surprisingly strong. Naya gazed at the powerful, exaggerated bow, with its strong metallic feel, and felt it in her heart. She examined it carefully. She sincerely praised, "Master, this is a truly amazing bow. And it's infused with energy, it has a powerful finishing move." After saying that, Naya, holding the bow, entered a focus state. Lu Yun suddenly felt the scene around him shift dramatically. How can this bow feel so at home in her hands? It just feels so right. The phrase man and bow unite flashed through his mind. Could this be the legendary state of oneness between archer and bow? It's like a clear vision, almost tangible. Chapter 49. You are listening at novelfull.audio. In a flash, the giant metal bow blazed with a crimson light. Roar! A powerful roar, like a tiger and dragon combined, echoed from the bow. Naya moved, and the feeling of unity with the bow vanished for everyone else. Looking at Lu Yun, she smiled. Master, I've mastered this bow's special skill. I'll be able to use it in battle, and it'll be super powerful. Lu Yun was thrilled. He was right to give the sun-destroying dragon bow to the person best suited for it. Yozujin couldn't unleash its ultimate skill, True Dragon's Wrath, but Naya understood it instantly. That was the difference. Just then, a commotion erupted outside. Sounds of fighting came from nearby. A heavily armored soldier rushed into the city lord's cabin, saluted, and reported, "Sir, we've spotted sharks fighting a dragon nearby." "What are your orders?" "Sharks fighting a dragon. What's going on?" Confused, Lu Yun replied to the soldier, "Tell everyone to hold their positions, combat ready." "I'll check it out." "Yes, sir." The soldier left. "Something's happening. The fighting sounds intense." Lu Yun said to the women, "Come on, let's see what's going on." "Okay," Tsai nodded. Naya, however, was bouncing with excitement. "Yes. We get to fight. I'm so happy." Lu Yun was taken aback. Who knew this elf girl was such a battle maniac? He led the two women out of the building. Following the noise, Lu Yun reached the edge of the turtle's back. He saw a dense mass of sharks in the sea, indeed attacking a 100-meter-long dragon. What are sharkmen? They're essentially sharks that walk on land. They're like the evil twin of mermaids. They have fish heads and torsos but human legs. They are incredibly ugly and generally despised by humans. Just imagine a fish head on human legs, and you'll get the picture. There were thousands of sharks, packed tightly together. The dragon, though huge, was trapped in a metal net of some kind, severely limiting its movement. Its body was covered in wounds, bleeding profusely. "Roar!" The dragon roared, half its body rising into the air, lunging at a group of sharks. Its massive form threatened to crush them, but the sharks darted into the water and disappeared. Splash! The dragon crashed back into the water, creating a huge wave that quickly subsided. Only a couple of sharks, too slow to escape, were crushed. Arrows, spears, and tridents rained down on the dragon. At the head of the Charmin formation, cannon-like devices floated on the water, their muzzles glowing red. Then, boom! 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 Shells began to explode. The cannons fired huge fireballs, arcing toward the dragon. Watching the fireballs fly, Lu Yun asked, "What kind of cannons are those?" "Do you know?" Tsai, being a marine creature and well-traveled, recognized them. "Brother, those are fire element magic cannons. They need to charge up before firing." The fireballs were now falling, some missed and hit the water. Huge explosions rocked the sea. Bang! 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 The fireballs detonated, erupting in violent flames. The sea itself was ablaze. Some fireballs struck the dragon, engulfing its massive body in flames. The dragon was now a fire dragon. Roar! Wo! The dragon screamed in agony and dove underwater, but it was no use. Even underwater, the flames blazed. Lu Yun was shocked. "Those fire magic cannons are powerful. The fire doesn't even go out underwater." Tsai explained, "Of course. It's magic. Water can't easily put it out." Lu Yun nodded, resolving to get some of those magic cannons, regardless of the element, mounted on the turtle's back. They were powerful and deadly. "Evil dragon, you can't escape. Return our clan's sacred objects, and we might let you live." A booming voice called out to the dragon. "Continue to resist, and we, the Shark Clan, will show no mercy. We'll kill you and tear the sacred objects from your belly." The Shark General roared. He offered the dragon a chance to surrender, hoping to avoid unnecessary casualties. The dragon had invaded their holy land and stolen sacred artifacts, causing heavy losses to the Shark Clan. The entire Shark Clan was now hunting it, severely draining their resources, but the dragon ignored the pleas. It had spent centuries trying to evolve into a true dragon. Only the Shark Clan's sacred object, the Pearl of Life, could enhance its bloodline. It would allow it to evolve into a real dragon. It had already stolen 5 pearls of life, an immeasurable boon. It could feel its blood growing stronger. Transformation into a dragon was becoming more and more likely. It would never give back the Pearl of Life, though powerful. the dragon was exhausted and wounded after being besieged by thousands of sharks. In this desperate situation, the dragon had a plan, its only chance for survival. Section 50. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Exhausted, the dragon summoned its remaining strength and leaped skyward, bolting across the water's surface with incredible speed. It was heading straight for the section of Turtleback where Lu Yun was. Most folks on Turtleback had gathered to watch the sea battle. Seeing a 100-meter-long beast charging at them, they felt a surge of panic. Oh man, that dragon's coming right at us. What do we do? Some of the technicians cried, terrified. Joseph Kin yelled over the noise, Queen Naya of the Konoha Elves, you're the best archer. I got you the sun-destroying dragon bow and its arrows. Take that thing down. Naya grabbed the arrow basket from Joseph Kin. Lu Yun thought to himself, that Joseph Jin's a big lug, but he sure is thoughtful. Naya knocked an arrow, unleashing a terrifying roar, like tigers and dragons clashing. Roar. The earth-shattering roar sent chills down everyone's spines. The dragon, spooked by Naya's true dragon's wrath arrow, froze in its tracks. That was intense. It actually sensed the raw power of a real dragon. It hesitated, stopping dead. Behind it, the mermaid horde, seeing their quarry about to escape again, pressed their pursuit. Lu Yun reached out and lowered Naya's bow. Hold your fire. If you hit it with the sun-destroying dragon bow's special, True Dragon's Wrath, ability, you'll kill it in one shot. It'd be a waste to kill a dragon this big. Naya, realizing Lu Yun wanted to capture the beast, immediately lowered her bow, her deadly intent vanishing. The dragon felt a wave of relief, the terrifying threat of death receding. It finally dawned on the beast that the human on the turtle's back was going to let it pass. Sweet. Seeing its pursuers closing in, the dragon bolted, reaching the massive black turtle. It used its momentum to launch itself from the water. The dragon soared into the air, reaching nearly 100 meters. It plummeted back down. With a resounding thump, it landed square in the open space on the turtle's back. The dragon's enormous body sprawled across the turtle's shell. Next to the dragon, humans looked like ants, but even that immense size paled in comparison to Lu Yun's black turtle. The turtle, head to tail, stretched over a kilometer. Just the central shell alone was 550 meters long. The dragon was nothing compared to that. The dragon, now prone on the turtle's back, was battered, bruised, and bleeding. Its wild dash had sapped its last ounce of strength. It lay there, barely able to move, gasping for air. It looked at Lu Yun. Human, I know you're the lord of this black turtle city. I want to make a deal. Help me shake off those sharks, and I'll give you a pearl of life. Whoa! A pearl of life? Tsai gasped, cutting Lu Yun off. Being a mermaid, she knew just how valuable such a gem was. Bro, a pearl of life is the most prized possession of any sea people. It takes at least 1,000 years to form one. No wonder the sharks said this evil dragon stole their sacred treasure. It really is a treasure. Tsai added, they're going to this extreme because it is the pearl of life they're after. I can see why they mobilized so many troops to hunt it down. Hearing Tsai's words, Lu Yun grasped the pearl's true value. The sharks would stop at nothing to reclaim it. They'd rather kill the dragon than let it keep the pearl of life. It was clear, this was a major prize. Below, countless sharks had arrived, surrounding Lu Yun's immense turtle. Perhaps out of caution, they didn't attack immediately. The shark who'd been shouting started up again, Honorable Lord of Black Turtle City, we, the Misa Shark Clan, have no desire to offend you. But that evil dragon hiding on your turtle stole our clan's sacred treasure. We'll chase it to the ends of the earth, to the bottom of the ocean if we have to get it back. You're not involved, and this has nothing to do with you. Don't get caught in the middle. Just kick that evil dragon off your turtle, and we can all go our separate ways. This doesn't need to be a big deal. Just let us take him, and be done with it. Lu Yun knew what was happening. He drawled, that's pretty low, stealing someone's sacred treasure after they worked so hard to make it. You don't think so? The mermaid general, not wanting to anger the owner of the giant turtle, knew better than to jump in guns blazing. Anyone who could tame a turtle that size must have serious backing. It was better to play nice, so he echoed, yeah, you're right, Lu Yun went on, I could toss this evil dragon into the sea and call it even. But what's in it for me? Just then, Sai leaned close and whispered into Lu Yun's ear, bro, remember how I can sense treasure? I can sense a life pearl in the dragon's body. It's faint, but it's there. And, I think there's more than one. A whole stash. At least 6 or more. Lu Yun's eyes widened. So many. Guys, we're a little short of 500 subscriptions. Without 500, Velu won't promote the book, it's gonna flop, so, please subscribe. If we hit that goal, I'll post 15,000 words a day. 0.0069 Lu Yun tricked the two people, got a lot of treasures, and got rich. The you people's general considered Lu Yun's offer. If a little material cost was all it took to get the Black Turtle City Lord to hand over the dragon, it would definitely be worth it. After all, it was better than forcibly attacking the turtle and taking unnecessary losses. Plus, there was no point in starting a feud with such a powerful human. They usually burned, murdered, and plundered as they moved through the ocean. So they had a lot of wealth. They had no shortages when it came to resources. They could afford the Fire Demon Stone. Okay, as long as you toss the dragon into the sea, we'll give you 1,000 Fire Demon Stones. Fire Demon Stones. Lu Yun thought to himself, that sounds valuable. Lu Yun figured the general was being sincere. After all, it wasn't just one life pearl, but several. To avoid complications, they were willing to pay a high price to be done with the situation. Lu Yun smiled slightly and quietly asked Sai, you know these sea people better than I do. What do you think of these oyster people? Sai gritted her teeth and replied, bro, I don't like them. They're the bullies of the sea, mostly plunderers and robbers. For every powerful oyster, countless smaller tribes have suffered and died. Lu Yun nodded, letting her know he understood. He knew what he needed to do next. These oyster people were ugly characters, for sure. He gave the general a mysterious smile and said, okay, I'll have someone chase the dragon off. But you have to hand over the Fire Demon Stones first. The general was expecting some back and forth, but he didn't expect the man to agree so readily. He asked hesitantly, if I give you the Fire Demon Stones, you won't change your mind and keep the dragon? Lu Yun said smoothly, General, you've surrounded my turtle with your troops. You think I can run away? The general supposed that was true. It wasn't that he wasn't confident he could take the Black Turtle City, he just didn't want to start a war and risk casualties in his own tribe. They usually burned, killed, and plundered as they moved through the ocean, so they had a lot of wealth. They had no shortages when it came to resources. He could still afford these Fire Demon Stones. How do I get them to you?